Hey there, Richard Matharoo here. So wouldn't it be nice if you could actually set goals and then achieve them, not constantly have to put them back and back and back and back? As a network marketer, it's important that we reach our goals in order to rank advance, get on stage, build a team, get that income and make those sales. So how can you get it done with the it being the goals that you've been shooting for perhaps some time now? This is the very best way that I know how. I'm going to map it out for you in this training, so let's just dive into that straight away. So first and foremost, what do you need, number one? Well, you need an actual goal that means something to you. Like, it's no good setting a ridiculously huge goal simply because you've procrastinated and now you've only got a month left to do something that should take you a year. That's not going to work. If you've got a yearly goal and you've now only got 10% of the year left, shoot for 10% of the original goal. There's no point in setting something that's so far out of sight that on the second day of the week of trying this new strategy, you're like, oh man, I give up because I'm never going to get there. It's just disheartening. And then on the flip side of that, if you set a goal that you feel is well within you and it offers no real genuine feeling of like, oh, I accomplished something, then again, make the goal something that means something to you. It's going to do something for your life and your business. It's creating behaviors you want to scale, and it's not so out of sight that you're like, oh man, I quit before I start. Second thing you need to do is a deadline. Okay? And I want to give you some good advice on this. Know yourself. Be aware. Often when you set a deadline, it's precisely when the work gets done. Like if I was talking to one of my team members the other day, I said, oh, I've created a funnel for my team for the network marketing business. And he's like, man, you're a machine. Like, you've just done this, I've seen you do that, I've seen you do the other, now you've got this entire funnel, you're a machine. I said, no, not at all. I appreciate the comment, thank you, because I used to be lazy when I was younger, and it's great to now feel I'm effective. But all it is I set deadlines for stuff. Like, I know if I give myself a month to do it, it'll take me a month, because that's the level of priority I'm going to give it. If I give myself a week to do it, I'll do it in a week. Now, obviously, we've got to be self-aware enough to say, okay, sometimes things physically take a month to do. You can't do any more work than that. But once you start to learn your diary and how much hours you've got and how much time you've got, give yourself like tight deadlines. Err on the side of tightness as opposed to looseness with your deadlines, because you'll find you'll just quite literally get more done. You'll make better use of your time, right? We used to do it at school all the time. When has the homework got to be in? Friday. How many people hand the homework in before Friday? Tiny percentage. Everybody else is Friday. When you put an offer out there, a bunch of people buy it the day it comes out, the rest of them wait until its last second email comes to them, right? It's the same with your deadlines in your entire life. It's human behavior. And then third, you want to broadcast it. We both know that we can cheat ourselves, right? We're like, oh yeah, I want to hit this, so many team members or so many this or so many that by the end of the month. Well, if I don't hit it, no one's going to know, right? It's just a secret between you and I. Come on, that is cheating. And more importantly, joking aside, like, I don't want to see you creep through life playing a smaller game than you, this is me creeping, playing a smaller game than you need to play simply because you've not put yourself under pressure. Like, nowadays, pressure is seen as terrible, right? Don't stress yourself out. And yeah, stress is a killer if you have too much of it, but a certain amount of stress and pressure is good. It sharpens you, right? There's that phrase, isn't there? If a diamond is just a coal that was put under pressure or something like that, right? Without pressure, you can't create diamonds. I think that's the actual quote. I got there in the end. So it's the same with diamond results, if you will, in your network marketing business. If there's no pressure, well then why would you choose to do something that's uncomfortable, which often the work that we need to do is. So broadcast your goal. I do this all the time and it works a charm. Hey Ava, which is my daughter, do you want to go to Disney? Yay! Well, if Daddy hits this goal in the next 3 months, we're going to go to Disney. Guess who's asking me about my goal every single day from that point on? Hey Daddy, do you have a good day? Did you have a good day at school, love? Are we going to Disney? She's like the best manager ever. Now I've got to look at her in her eyes and go, yes or no at some point in time, haven't I? Same with my wife, same not just with myself. When you broadcast your goal on social media, and especially to the people that are involved and are important to you, you can bet that you have a level of accountability and pressure that is going to force you to meet these deadlines and get action that you never took before. So, this may be something that if you're shying away from this, then that's going to be very revealing that if you're not willing to broadcast it, you don't really genuinely believe you can hit it. So it's a waste of your time. So we need to then reevaluate and say, why don't I feel confident? Is there a strategy? Is there help I need to get? Is it the goal? Is it the deadline? Or is it just me and something I need to do with my tactics or knowledge or education? So this is a great step to reveal if you were about to waste a bunch of time, and make sure that you don't, and give yourself some great pressure and accountability. And then the final thing that I want to make some space on this whiteboard here, is you want to reward. This is point number 4, reward. Okay? Have it tied to something beneficial and pleasurable to you. Okay, there's no point in saying, oh, I'm going to hit this goal, and then what? And then be like, there's the next goal, or feel like I coulda, shoulda, woulda done more. I used to do that, and I constantly felt a sense of self-disappointment. Like I got 5 people, but I could have got 10. Because there was no real distinct, well done, Richard, from anywhere, anything, or anyone. And that's difficult to carry all that constantly on your shoulders, right? Like I could do better, I should do better, oh man, all the negatives. So I started to tie things to a reward, like I just gave you the example. If I hit this goal, then we'll go to, then we'll do. And it doesn't have to be financial, you know, if you haven't got a lot of money, that's fine, I understand that. When I first started, it was the same. It could be going for a walk, feeding the ducks was one of my first goals, instead of working. Just having an afternoon off to spend time with my family. It could be renting a movie. It could be going to the cinema. It could be a meal out. It could just be quality family time, a games day or a games night with the family, because somebody doesn't have to work, because the reward is there. So start to really come through these steps of number 1, setting your goal, then setting your deadline, then broadcasting it, and then setting a reward. And when you do these things, I'm sure you can see now, right, that if you had all this in place, a goal you believe in, a deadline to make you work at your best pace, you involved other people and broadcasted it, so they're asking you, getting external accountability, and then a great reward to look forward to if you hit it, that's way better than what most people are setting right now. I mean, you know, statistics, numbers, those things definitely help, but we need to involve this type of thing to give you the very best shot of getting it done. And hopefully you feel that's now going to help you do that. Now, if you want to kind of some help with what kind of goal, what kind of deadlines, you know, how to kind of put this together, we can definitely build on this as a foundation, a web class I've got coming up called Get on Track. This is a process that I'm teaching for the first time, which has allowed me to have 8 record consecutive years now in my network marketing business. This year alone, we grew by, I think, 60-some% it was. So we're huge improvements. And people say, how do you do that? And I said, there's a process that I do once a year where I set things up in a certain way. It's like a recipe, a blueprint for me to give myself the best shot at reaching these goals, and I continually do that. So I'm happy to teach you that in a live session, one time only. It's completely free, and you're able to find out how you can register for that at www.richardmatharoo.com/on-track. I'll put it beneath this training. You'll find it in the text area there, so you're able to register for that. I hope you've enjoyed this training. I hope it gave you some reward, some benefits, some value. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.